You're welcome back to my channel. This is the Math Tutorials. Today's video is the part 2 of our series on Concord in English grammar. In the previous video, I discussed 5 Concord rules, and today I'm going to start from the 6th rule. If you have not watched the previous video, please endeavor to watch it. The link will be at the description box and also at the comment section. Rule 6. When a sentence indicates weight of something, quantity, period, or distance, always use a singular verb when they are used as a unit. What this means is that when a sentence talks about weight, like if a sentence talks about kilograms or pounds, use a singular verb. For example, you can say, my baby's weight is 10 kilograms. My baby's weight is 10 kilograms. You can say I use is instead of are, despite the fact that kilograms is pluralized. Kilogram is singular, kilograms is the plural form of kilogram. So I used is because the sentence talks about weight. Another example, she weighs 3 pounds. She weighs 3 pounds. I've used a singular verb, weighs. Remember I told you in the previous video that when a verb contains s or es, then it's singular. But when a verb does not contain s or es, then it's plural. So I've used weighs, which is singular, even though pounds is in the plural form. Because the sentence talks about weight. Pounds is the unit used in measuring weight. For example, $10 is a lot of money in Nigeria. $10 is a lot of money in Nigeria. Here we have dollars, which is plural, but we use the singular verb is because the sentence talks about quantity. It talks about how many. It answers the question, how many? For example, 4 years is required to study the English language in the university. Here I've talked about period. And in this sentence we have years, which is plural, but we use the singular verb is because the sentence talks about period. It talks about a period of time. Now another example. 10 kilometers is too far to walk. This sentence talks about distance. Even though kilometers is in the plural form, but we use the singular verb is because the sentence talks about distance. I hope you understand. Now let's move to the next one, rule 7. When you have words like a lot of, all, some, etc. in a sentence, your attention should be on the word after of. Your attention should be on the word after of. If the noun after of is singular, then use a singular verb, and if it's plural, then use a plural verb. Now let's see some examples. Some of the cake is delicious. After of, the noun we'll have is cake, and is singular because it does not contain s. And it has to go with a singular verb is. Cake is. Some of the cake is delicious. Some of the cakes are delicious. After of, the noun we'll have is cakes. Cakes, and is in the plural form, so it has to go with a plural verb as well. That's why we have are instead of is, like we have in the previous example. A lot of the cake is delicious. A lot of the cake is delicious. We have cake after of as a noun and is singular, so it has to go with a singular verb as well, is. Another example, a lot of the cakes are delicious. A lot of the cakes are delicious. After of, the noun we have is cakes, and it's plural, so it has to go with a plural verb, are. Most of the cake is delicious. Most of the cakes are delicious. The 8th rule. 8th rule. Nouns that look plural, that is, nouns that end in s or es, like mathematics, news, civics, always go with a singular verb because those nouns are singular in meaning. Nouns that look plural, that is, nouns that end in s or es, always go with a singular verb. Nouns like mathematics, news, civics, etc., they always go with a singular verb because those nouns are singular in meaning. Now let's see some examples. Mathematics is a simple subject. Mathematics ends in s, but that doesn't make it plural, even though it ends in s, because that is the form of the word and is singular in meaning. So that's why it chooses a singular verb is. Mathematics is a simple subject. You can't say mathematics are simple subjects. Another example, physics was my favorite subject. Physics S and S, but it is actually singular in meaning, so it chooses a singular verb, was. The plural of was is were, and the plural of is are. Last example, this is good news. News is singular even though it has S at the end. The word is news, is always news and not new. News. So you can't say these are good news. No, this is good news. 9. If two words in a sentence are joined by the phrases not only but also, the verb agrees with the noun closest to it. If two words in a sentence are joined by the phrases not only or but also, the verb agrees with the noun closest to it. Now let's see some examples. Not only the principal but also the students are not happy about the examination postponement. In this example, we have two nouns that are joined by but also. We have principal, which is singular, and we have students, which is plural. So according to this rule, we have to make our verb to agree with the noun that is closest to it, and the noun that is closest to the verb is students. So that's why the verb is the plural form. Students is plural, and the word are is the plural form of is. Not only the principal, but also the students are not happy about the examination postponement. Now let's look at another example. Not only the students, but also the principal is not happy about the examination postponement. You see the difference in this example? We have students coming first, and we have principal coming after students. So the verb has to agree with principal because principal is the word that is closest to the verb. Now let's look at the last rule, rule 10. If a sentence starts with the word here or there, the right subject of the sentence usually comes after the verb. So the subject that is after the verb will decide if you will choose a singular verb or a plural verb. Examples: here is the book. Here is the book. The word book is singular, so it has to go with a singular verb, is. Here are the books. Books is plural, so it has to go with a plural verb, are. There is the book. There are the books. So this is where we end today's lesson. I hope you understood it. I hope you learned something new from this lesson. Please, if there's any question that you have, let me know in the comment section. And if there's any topic that you want me to treat on this channel, let me know about it in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time in another video. Bye for now.